Brought to you by DFW Fastpitch. Based right here in North Texas, softball is more than just a sport. It's a lifestyle. For all your latest softball information and updates, check us out at our website at www.dfwsoftball.com.
This page. Okay, both of them are up.
Want me to go on? Okay. Stolen base for KK. Very close play at second base. Outstanding throw from Zoe White. Almost got her there. And she is in scoring position now with a 2-2 count now to Holbrook. As Maddie tries to pitch out of a early jam here on this very hot and humid night here in the Metroplex. So much for the cool air that was coming, and a strike on the outside corner. Gets Holbrook on the strikeout. That is Maddie's first strikeout of the game. And that will bring up Tessa Gullenpaugh. Galen Paul had a great year this year and hammers one in the right field over there as they're sending KK home. Going to be a play at the plate, and she's going to be safe. Going to be thrown. No, misses the play at second base as Galen Paul gets in there with a RBI single to right, scores KK for the first run of the game. And now I'll bring up Flower Mound Marcus' own Lexi Benson with Galen Paul at first, one out. The Stephen F. Austin commit. Lexi Benson fouls one off to the left side for strike one. Big left-hander here, had a great year also. Really got her power stroke there towards the end of the year. And tops one over the first base for the second out. Moves Tessa to third base. Brings up Michaela Wark from Frisco Reedy, University of Houston commit. It's nice to see Michaela out there playing again. As most of you knew, she took a real hard shot there from Hewitt in the regional finals, Reedy against Forney. Remarkably, she was fine, was able to go home that night after a brief visit in the hospital, and seems to be all the way back at 100%. So we really do feel blessed that she's been able to get back out here and play so soon after that, because it looked a heck of a lot worse than it actually turned out to be. God bless her soul. She fouls one off the right side for strike one. And right with the pitch. Off-speed pitch catches her for strike two. Beautiful pitch there from Maddie. As you all know, Northwest Eaton had the enviable task of losing only 4 games this year. Fouls it off behind home plate on a high rise ball. Lost 4 times to the Keller Indians by a total of 5 runs. I believe they were 36-4 or something of that nature. Just how it goes. Ball's fouled out of play on the right side. We'll do it again here. 0-2 count. Maddie Wright will leave Eaton as career win winner. Strikeouts, innings pitched, wins. She owns every pitching record at Eaton, and it's going to be a tough fact to go back and break those. What a wonderful 3-year career she's had. And the 0-2 delivery. Hit to the third base. Underneath Love. Going to be an error, but will score Tessa for the second run of the game. As Michaela E5 reaches first base, and that brings up Kinsley Cackley for McKinney Boyd. Boy, what can you say about the year she had? 497 strikeouts. I mean, that's a career's worth all in 1 year. She nuds one to shortstop, cross the diamond for the long play at first, just gets her. Outstanding throw there by KK Kenny. By, not sure who the shortstop is, but anyhow, we have 2 runs, got 2 hits in the inning, 1 man left on base. As we go here to the bottom half of the first, it'll be 2-0 Wiley over Plano Weeks. Yeah. We do appreciate you listening. We do appreciate you listening to us on FridayNightGlory.com. We love bringing you the softball action here. As it's one of our favorite events of the year, the DFW Metroplex All-Star Game. As we can go back and reflect on some really great seasons here from these fine young ladies here. Nice crowd we got out here tonight, and boy, we've got a lot of Division I talent on both of these fields here tonight. And we also like to thank those coaching staffs. I mean, Wiley, that's Coach, oh gosh, get my notes here. Heather Darman, I mean, she had a great year at Wiley as they got farthest they've ever advanced in the playoffs this year as they lost in the regional finals to Klein Collins. But what a great year for the Pirates this year. And then Plano West, Mike Ledsom. I mean, he had a great year. Had Tatum Boyd was the horse for him on that mound, the Stanford commit. They lost in the area around the Midway. They won the first game 2-0 and then lost 2 close games there, back-to-back 3-2. Tough way to go out, but again, nevertheless, fine year for those Wolves from Plano West. As Letzman and Darman get to come out here and get a little appreciation of the great years they had coaching their fine institutions. As we will start off here, the bottom half of the first, 2-0 lead here by Wiley. As we got Mackenzie Denson up to the plate, fouls one off the left-hand side. Mansfield Lake Ridge, she's going to be a gopher in Minnesota. The lefty, outstanding year also for Lake Ridge. And a strike there. As you can see, the heat that Cackley brings off that mound just going into her junior year. 0-2 pitch is waved for a strikeout for the first strikeout of the game for Cackley. As you can see that why everybody is so impressed with Cackley. As Brian said in the introduction, struck out 31 Plano batters in a 18-inning tilt earlier this year. And comes out flaming again with another strike. 4 pitches, 4 strikes so far. As the young sophomore, not dotted by this all-star team. A 1 pitch. Fouled off to the left side. We'll do it all over again. As Emily Oldwin is up, Mansfield Lake Ridge also. Outfielder catcher, second baseman. She's going to be going to Tempe. She's Arizona State commit from the left side. Way high for ball. 1-2 count. Cackley gets on that mound and just fires. Fouled off. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate. There by Emily. Stay alive. I guess in these all-star settings, there's not a whole lot of changing of the signs. As we're playing on the small field here tonight. It's 175 down the lines. 200 in center field. I'd like to congratulate Hayden Brown for winning the home run hitting contest earlier. And ball 2 is high. Runs the count even at 2. Two pitch. Just outside. Runs the count full to Emily Elgin. And she has battled back here after being down 0-2. Tatum Boyd is on deck. Star pitcher for Plano West. Going to Stanford. Got 1 down. 2-0 lead. Team Wiley. Fouled off again at the plate. And we'll do it again. And the payoff pitch is called strike on the inside corner for the second K of the game. Second out in the inning. And it brings up the Palo Alto commit, Tatum Boyd. Boy, what an outstanding career and year she had on the mound for the Wolves this year. She was definitely the leader of that team this year. And ball. Coach Ledstam really was nice to be able to pencil her in at the 3 spot and on that mound just about every game. And ball gets away from Cackley for ball 2. Believe it hit her on the inside leg. Have the A&M commit, Trinity Cannon, on deck. 2-0 pitch. Foul off out of play behind home plate. Tatum got started early on that fastball, got a little ahead, got in on her hands. And the 2-1 pitch, fouled off again behind home plate. Evens the count at 2. Tatum Boyd gets jammed on the inside a little. As my buddy Brian Gossett, man from the Star Telegram, is sitting here next to me now. So I'm not Han Solo anymore, so he fouled off the plate again. So what's happening, Brian?
Well, just watching some DFW softball over there on the other field. Flower Mound scored. Bella Dayton from Wiley scoring. And they lead 1-0 on Team Keller.
Okay. It's 2-0 here, Team Wiley over Plano West, and the ball is hit very high to left field. Lexi Benson from Marcus is underneath that records the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down, no runs in. As we'll go here to the top half of the 2nd inning here. And like I said, Brian, I mean, what a great event we have here this year. I mean, it's the 2nd year for me to be able to be part of this, and it's just nice to see everybody kind of rewarded for the great seasons they had, and just to see the talent that's here and seeing the Division Power 5 conference commits that are on this field. I mean, it's just unbelievable to me, Brian.
Like I was telling Riley over at on the other field, just, you know, a lot of these girls play with or against each other on the select scene.
Yeah.
Some of the top select teams. This makes it that much tougher. You can definitely see it out here.
And we don't even have a couple of the really outstanding players here tonight in the area. And Jada Coleman obviously playing in France for Team USA. And we got Gabby Coffey that's, you know, in South America playing. We got Cross that's not here tonight for doing an orientation. And, you know, it's if you add those 3 in here, I mean, good gosh.
Yeah.
We'll have leading off will be Kaylee Christensen, catcher for Team Wiley.
So Team
Wiley scored 2-0. KK got a base hit at the beginning, and she came around on Tessa, got a base hit, brought her in, and then Kylie Warwick hit a ball to the third baseman that Tessa booted, scored the 2nd run for Team Wiley.
So Christensen up now, first team all-district.
Yes.
Out of McKinney. Also pitched a little, won 4 games, 44 strikeouts. Committed to North Texas.
Yep, UNT. Texas Stripe. Talked a little bit about Maddie Wright and about her great career she had at Eaton, obviously. Holds every pitching record.
Yeah, I was reading off in the intros, her
the ball is hit sharply to right field. Gets through on the first base side for a base hit.
Reading off Maddie's stats during the intros, and I thought I'd never end.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and Abilene Christian obviously, you know, commit going down there this, you know, end of this summer. I mean, talk about logging some innings.
Yeah.
She's logged a lot of innings herself.
5 6A MVP, 6A All-State. You know, that's the they call it the District of Doom. So very well deserved. 26-4.
Yep.
Again, like you said, she holds. I'm pretty sure every single season, game and career pitching record. Probably a couple hitting records as well.
Yes.
You know, 85 career wins for Eaton. Just kind of helps get that program going, because you know it's only they just finished year 3.
Yep, this year.
Starting that tradition, and I'm sure Eaton's going to miss her very much next year.
And Celine Donahoe from Duncanville, the UNT commit, steps up to the plate. Another UNT. I mean, UNT is represented pretty well here tonight. I believe we got 3 people from UNT that are here tonight. And, Duncanville, it came back with an experienced team this year. I know that they're a little disappointed in how they did in the playoffs, but tells you that Duncanville's kind of back on the map again on the softball side. It's been a while for them to be, mentioned, preseason at least anyhow. Ball's fouled off to the left-hand side. We'll do it again. I believe the count is 2-2. But I do like the way that North Texas has come here to the Metroplex and been paying some attention here and getting some girls to come to the, to the fine institution up there in Denton. The ball's hit deep to left field. That ball's going to that yard's not going to hold that. That is a 2-run bomb for Celine Donahoe. Gives the 4th run to Team Wiley. Big smash to left field.
Celine finished second there in the home run derby behind Hayden Brown. She was in the All-Star game last year.
Yes.
But on the season, 6 home runs, 28 RBIs, 477 batting average, and so she's got some power.
Yes, she does. That was a nice stroke. And I know the people in Denton are hoping that they will see a few of those on I-30 next year.
Yeah.
And here we go. What can we say about the person that's coming up to the plate this time? Caroline Woodall from
Keller. USA Today announced their softball team. She made first team All USA along with Jada Coleman and Hayden Brown, who are both Metroplex All Stars, but never missed a game.
Wow, I did not know that.
She holds the record for most games played, 156. The senior class there has the most wins ever, but she's the only one that's played every single game, all 4 years. Amanda Desario was in that group, but she's missed time. Dylan has only been the ace for 3 years.
Right.
So Caroline Woodall, she's been a part of every single one of those.
Bunt here. Gets it out, and she beats it out.
And that
Beautifully
speed.
placed bunt. Yes, that speed from the left side. That's a perfectly placed bunt. Ball just dies.
Yeah.
It's can't say much about that.
She's been a part of every single one of those 133 wins. 4-time regional finalist, 3-time state tournament appearance, and 2-time state champ. Now she gets to play with her sister again, Cameron over at Indiana.
Indiana, right. And I was going to say, Indiana commit. Going to Bloomington. What could you say? What are the odds of being able to play all games from your freshman, not get hit on the hand and miss a game, a pulled hamstring, a roll?
She's the Iron Woman.
Iron Woman of all time.
She's what, Cal Ripkins, Brett Favre,
yes.
And now Caroline Woodall.
And you're talking about deep runs in the playoffs each time. 2-time standing tech champ, gets to a regional final, and then it's a semifinals. That's a lot of games at one school.
Looks like it's
KK
Kenny.
KK's back up. She's 1 for 1. She got a base hit her first time up, laced the ball there to left field, scored the first run of the game. KK from Flower Mound Marcus, one of our favorites, obviously. Chris Kinney, her dad, and Amy Kinney, they take care of our bellies when we see Marcus. So we appreciate that.
Chris Kinney, part of the one half of the best barbecue. What would you call it?
Tailgating yes,
party
absolutely.
in DFW.
There is no question about that. The Vincents and the Kinneys, we are gratefully indebted with them forever, as Kinney takes the strike there. And Manny Wright with the 1-2 pitch.
There goes
pitch is
Woodall.
Low. Stolen base there for Woodall. I was surprised that she didn't move the first time around, but KK's not decided on her college yet, but she's very sharp. Her dad did speak to me a little bit, thinking about maybe some Dartmouth, some Ivy League schools. So tells me she's doing that in the classroom.
Complete opposite than what we were.
Yes. Yeah. Those schools would laugh at our transcripts.
Almost
up there.
Sliding.
That was a great play there for the left fielder there. That would be
Looks like
Emily.
it might
It's Emily
Ogwin
Yes.
from Lake Ridge.
From Lake Ridge.
Got that
She almost got
speed.
there. Yes, she does.
But yeah, KK, another great year. 33 hits, 8 home runs.
Yeah.
35 runs scored. Batting leadoff for Marcus.
We noticed about halfway through the season the power stroke that KK was starting to get as she strikes out looking there from Maddie Wright for the second out.
Yeah, Marcus,
man, for a while
there was something with the power surge. I mean, 4 or 5 girls finished with 8 home runs.
I mean, yeah, Lexi, I mean, for a while there they had, 30-something home runs in 7 games. I mean, it was a ridiculous number. And swings through the strike there is Holbrook.
Hannah Holbrook from Forney. Last year's state champ. Going to Arkansas, Monticello.
Yes, going there with Cara DeBruin.
Cara DeBruin, who was invited to this.
Yes, and I'm trying to think there's another one that's going to Monticello that got off the happen. I know we got 3 from the Metroplex that are going up that way. Talked to Cara's father a lot last weekend about that, and he's really excited that Cara's going to go up there with some other Metroplex people there, my freshman year to kind of get acclimated.
Seen Hannah a couple times. She plays outfield, and I can remember last year at the state semifinals against Barbers Hill.
That's right. And Maddie with the pitch. Fouled off to the left side. Emily's giving it a run just out of reach.
Forney was up 1-0, bases loaded for Barbers Hill. It looked like maybe 1 or 2 runs would score, and Barbers Hill would take the lead, and just a shot to right field.
I remember that catch, yes.
And I mean, it was a grounder, but it was so quick. And I know, the batter didn't have the quickest feet, but was able to throw out the runner at first and end the inning.
Fouled off again. Pesky batter. One of those that just fouls off pitches, pitcher's pitch. Then she'll lace one to left field or put one down and beat it out with the great speed that she has from the right side. Because we were trying to get her to get in the home run hitting contest, and
yeah, if it's inside the park.
She amply told us no, she doesn't need to be swinging for the fences at all.
Yeah.
So you got to like her focus even in an all-star game.
Battling here with Maddie Wright, a couple foul balls. Like I said, Maddie, great year. Second team all-star, second team morning news, and we'll have my list out, and she'll make my list as well.
Well, and the thing about Maddie is that, she's not going to beat you with speed. She just out-pitches you, and you got to like this. You got to like to be able to just out-pitch people, you don't have to rely. She's almost the total opposite of Cackley. Cackley's going to try her best to blow that ball by you. But that screwball that she throws is so deadly against right-handers and
back
lefters.
To Maddie.
Right back to Maddie. Ooh,
nice play by Boyd at first.
Boyd gets it. It's the errant throw was caught there by Boyd. It's ground out.
These teams right now kind of battling the shadow and the sun here.
Yeah, battling and playing different positions maybe a little bit. A little bit.
And it looks like this is Gallipo.
This is Gallipo, yeah, Tessa.
Tessa Gallipo, man.
Another one.
Talk
of those.
about a power surge.
Yeah.
Just a sophomore. Just ended her sophomore year. She was tied with her teammate Riley Love for 8 home runs. The lead there for Keller. I think it ranked. Tied for second all-time in a single season. So.
Wow. Well, it's just another one of those dynamic players for Keller that Coach Gwen Barton gets to put in that lineup game after game after game.
Actually, I talk about her teammate Love. She's at third base right now for team Plano West.
I almost was stunned when the ball went between her legs in the first inning. I was stunned because that's one of the best defensive players here at the third base position too. Got a 3-0 count here from Maddie to Tessa. Bench, a nice stroke to right center field is going to bring in the 5th run.
Brings in her teammate Caroline Woodall.
That was a great hit, Tessa, with her back-to-back RBI singles.
Yeah, first team all-district for a reason. 463, 50 hits, which I believe led I think they were second behind Desario. 11 doubles, team high 46 RBIs, and a pretty good.
Yeah.
You talk about Love being a defensive standout. Gallipo at first
Yes.
Great, perfect fielding
That's what you had
percentage
said, yes.
out of 249 chances. I mean, you're going to get a lot of softballs there first, and so she didn't give up an
Errant
error.
throws. Think about all the ones you probably saved errors for her infield. As we got Lexi Benson, the left fielder from Flower Mound Marcus. She grinded out the first base her first time up. Another one of those Marcus kids that had the power stroke there in the month of April. That was March and April there. Tardy on the high fastball there from right. 0-2 count here to Lexi. Michaela Warwick on deck.
Lexi Benson, as her mom is trying to videotape him.
Yes, she is. Smiling with that great smile of hers. Think she's a proud mama?
Fun fact, Lexi's favorite song is something about horses. Take the horses back. I don't even know what it's called.
She was too embarrassed to dance for us earlier, but I wonder if we can maybe coax her into doing it in the parking lot.
And again, that one half of the best tailgating team at DFW.
Yes, absolutely.
Benson and Kenny. Sounds like a law firm.
Holds off the high ball there. Evens the count at 2. Lexi going to Stephen F. Austin. She's going to be a lumberjack. Going to Nacogdoches.
I like that.
Yes.
NAU lumberjack right here. Fellow lumberjack.
Ball has hit the left field fairly deep. Might get out of here in this small yard, and it's off the fence. Gonna
Here
be
comes
a double.
Gallipo around
Gonna
third.
bring Gallipo home.
The throw's
coming.
over the batter. Uh-oh. And
Beautiful
Benson
stroke
gets to
there
go
for
to third.
Double there for Benson. Brings in an RBI, too. And she brings in Gallipo. Man, that ball carried to left field. I thought it might have a chance to get out of here and hit the bottom of the fence. It splits Ogwin and Mackenzie Denson. And she brings in the 6th run for Team Wiley here, the top half of the second with 2 outs. And now you got Michaela Warwick up. She reached base on an error to the third baseman. She hits it to shortstop, and she's thrown out for the third out in the inning. But another 4 runs were scored there for Team Wiley.
Glad to see Mickey out there, Mickey Wark.
Yes, I did talk a little bit about that her first time coming up. It's really nice to see her because it looked like that was going to be far more serious than it actually turned out to be. God bless her soul. And boy, in a couple weeks, she was back on the softball diamond, which was, you know, at the time we didn't know if that was going to come up or not. But Houston commit. And her sister had surgery about a month, I guess about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And she cleaned up the ACL tears that she'd had before. She's going to be down about another 6.5 months, she said. So there's another UNT commit.
Yeah.
And her sister.
Mean Green. I'm kind of a little pumped up here. Get to watch
He finally is.
the strikeout queen.
Yes, sir.
The nation's leader, 497 strikeouts.
Unreal.
I still have to pause and make sure I'm saying it right.
It's an unreal number. I love your stat about the 18-inning game. That's just unreal. I think that many Ks. And she'll be going up against Forney's own. Playing second base tonight is Trinity Cannon, going to Texas A&M with her 18 home runs this past year.
DFW leading 18, sir.
Yeah.
And DFW leading 72 RBIs.
And so impressive that she still made the all-state team, only playing one game.
Made the state all-tournament team.
Mm-hmm.
The only one out of Forney or the Colony.
Yep.
And she was named 5A All-State.
Takes a ball there. Boom, and hits a bullet up the middle.
Rounding first.
It's a double there.
Stand-up double.
Double there for Trinity Cannon, and boy, we've seen that act before, haven't we?
No, not really. It goes up in the air and out of the fence. I don't see her run much.
You
She's usually trotting.
I think the games that I seem to cover, she's always hitting bullets just like that. She's not leaving the yard. It's when I'm not there is when I'm seeing 250-foot home runs.
Of course. Always works that way.
That's going to bring up the LSU commit.
Talk
Keller's
about back-to-back bats.
Hayden Brown. What can we say?
She
Our
was the
home run queen tonight.
Yeah, 7 pitches and 5 home runs.
Gosh, unbelievable power.
I mean, she might be the hardest. Cannon can hit it hard, but I think Hayden's got just a little more strength.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it hit one of those cars passing by.
Going to Baton Rouge this time next year.
And congratulations to her. She was. Oh, thanks. Some water here, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you very much.
Shout out.
Man, shout out there. I appreciate that.
Yeah, only played in 23 games and still third team All USA.
Well, I mean, it's just, and the way she carries herself, just such a calm demeanor, It's, seems poised. It doesn't seem like, the game gets ahead of her. Very nice. Yeah, that Gwen Barton's tough lineup this last year to
yeah.
the pencil every game.
She'll be back though. You got one more year.
I mean, think about what we have here. You got Love, Brown,
and
Kenzie.
Kenzie gets a close
strikes
strike.
her out. Yep, the windmill. That's her third strikeout of the game so far.
Keller here coming up too. And three Texas Glory girls.
Yeah.
Riley Love, like I said, tied with Tessa Gallipo for 8 home runs on the season.
Mm-hmm.
Voted 5-6A infielder of the year. Texas Tech, I mean, they have a good showing too.
J.C. Hamlin and Kennedy Kreitz.
Kenny Kreitz, Amanda Stars, who's not here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's actually in orientation in Lubbock, right?
Yep.
There's another player, the fine player that couldn't be here tonight that, I know Amanda's kind of been one of our favorites here. I mean, it's a great kid. I saw them play last week, or 2 weeks ago, I guess it was, and, Morgan Medford leads off, and I'm sorry, it was batting second. I'm going
up the middle.
Up the middle. Stopped by KK. The long throw is going to be safe. Would have been a tough play for KK, I think, even if she did get it. I'm going to give her a base knot. Riley Love.
So you got Cannon on third and Love on
first. One out. That brings up the playing right field tonight is Kennedy Kreitz from Eaton.
She can play anywhere. She was 5-6A utility MVP.
She can play anywhere. I mean, it's not a question. She can play. Put her on that mound too, I'm sure.
Oh, sure.
Ball is popped up out of play on the right-hand side.
Kenny Kreitz, like I mentioned, utility MVP, hit 397. Team high tying 48 hits and 30 RBIs. Actually, she's been playing softball for a long time, selecting high school, and
it's fouled off again on the
never had a home run until this year. She hit 2, both off Dylan Kardurka over at Keller.
Can you believe that? And one of the highlights of my career this year was getting her shot there.
Yeah, I was there the first game, and you were there second time. Yeah.
Yep, it was great. That's kind of one of the things I kind of like is when we can give something back to those kids that they can hold on to, and I know our parents were so appreciative. And way high, great play there. Keep the ball from going to the backstop. Bottom of the second, got a 6-0 lead. Team Wiley over Plano West. Still, it's not working. Is that what he said?
It's game 2 over there.
Oh yeah, I think so. That's why I think Randy's still over there working on it now.
No technical difficulties on our other field there. Game 2, Flower Mound, Team Flower Mound and Team Keller.
Keller, yes. Payoff pitch. Ooh, gets strike 3. The
How much
gas
does she have
again.
now?
She's got 4. 4 of the 5 out so far are my Ks.
Makes sense.
So even in all-star game settings, we're still seeing the same thing as what you're saying.
Yeah, and she was first team
Zoe White
morning news.
from
First team
Plano.
morning news and Star Local Media Pitcher of the Year.
She's going to Henderson State University, correct, Zoe White?
Zoe White is.
Yes.
For Kenzie, she had all those accolades.
Mm-hmm.
Saw a couple schools interested in her, including Boomer Sooner. So
Absolutely. Ooh, another high cheese.
I heard a lot of D1 coaches were at a recent tournament in Tulsa. I believe she didn't give up a run.
Yeah.
And so I hear Patty Gassos really likes her, and she's got a couple more years.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, how much better she
Zoe
can get
White
in the
there.
balls. No, they'll to the right field. It's going to score a run. Going to score 2 runs. Zoe White brings in the first 2 runs for Plano West.
Zoe White, the first team all-district selection from Plano, like you mentioned, a Henderson State commit. Went to the state tournament for the first time last year with the Plano Wildcats.
That's right. One of the more stunning upsets, I think, in a regional final, as they beat them in beat Keller in a 1-game set, 3-1, out of Denton Ryan, and I think we all kind of were caught off guard a little bit by that one. I mean, it was a great effort there by the Wildcats. You know, you can think about this 4-year run for Keller. You know, they've lost 2 of those games that they lost in a regional final and the semifinals by 1 run. You know, so as Maddie Wright's up to the plate, I got to watch her actually play first base last Saturday as the pitcher.
Over at Impact Middlebrook.
Yes, yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy Middlebrook, in case you're listening. Go Boomer Sooner.
Ball is low. Yeah, as a matter of fact, on their team, they brought in the Boomer Sooner pitcher that's currently now enrolled at Oklahoma. She pitched that game that I got to watch there. Seems like our Sooners are in good hands there on the mound for future years.
Maddie Wright, like I mentioned, can do it in the mound, but also with the bat. 6 home runs, 17 doubles.
Bat in the middle of that lineup for Eaton, which is a very powerful lineup. Fouled out a play behind us. And she tries to help her own cause here. Bottom of the second. Ooh, and gets a walk. And a very close pitch there. And that brings up the top of the order again as Mackenzie Denson back up. As you said, Mansfield Lake Ridge.
A lot of
Gonna be a
speed.
gopher. Gonna be a gopher. It's gonna go from this humid heat here in Dallas to the brisk cold of of Minnesota. But yes, great speed, great leadoff batter. On base percentage must be great. What was that again?
Is it Denson?
Yes, yes. Strike on the outside corner. As Emily Oakwind is on deck. Kinsey Denson.
Looks like it's Sammy Hood.
Oh, it is. Oh,
They might have.
they might have put that in there. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm sorry.
From
Yes, it
Allen.
is. Sammy Hood. You're right. There you go.
But Kenzie with another strikeout.
Another case of 6 outs. She's got 5 Ks, but she does give up 2 runs in that inning there. As we'll go here to the top half of the 3rd inning, as Team Wiley is up 6-2 over Plano West, and my buddy Brian Gossip will go to the other side, and he'll be back with me in a few moments. But we do appreciate you listening to us here on FridayNightGlory.com. Here is. We love bringing you these kind of events here for the softball. I think it's one of the covering softball is definitely one of, as Brian had mentioned in the player interviews there, introductions, I should say. It's one of our favorites. The families and the parents get to know the parents of the softball girls, and they're so appreciative and they're so nice, and it's just very rewarding to come back and be able to cover the softball, especially here in the Metroplex. I do want to appreciate the softball family embracing me coming in this year when I went full throttle with it this year, on a suggestion from my boss, Randy Edwards, and being able to work with Brian Gossett. It's been a pleasure this year to be able to cover these fine sport and nonetheless these fine athletes here in our great burg here of Dallas-Fort Worth. And boy, we've got some great talent here, and I know I'm not telling you guys anything new on that, but the talent increase here in the last 10 years has just been extraordinary. These girls are playing on the national scene throughout the summer and in the fall, and they're only getting better. And now you're talking about, whereas before maybe you had one Power 5, on a team, now you're talking about multiple Power 5 signees on just certain teams. I mean, it's unbelievable, the growth of the sport and the growth of just the Metroplex itself, and I think it's only going to get better. There's so much interest now where maybe before people were not, taking softball serious, but now it is a big-time sport here, and we're blessed to be in this area here to see such great softball players. And if I'm thinking right here, let me see who we got coming up here for. We got Kinsley Cackley, pitcher. And she takes a hat and misses for strike one. We're here with the DFW Metroplex Softball All-Star game here. Run by our main man, Darren. He's done such a great job over the years here in the softball. I mean, what can you say about Darren? I mean, he is Mr. Softball here in the Metroplex, been that way for a long time, and appreciate him letting us have this forum to be able to bring this to you guys here tonight. Pitch is high to Cackley, ball one. As Cackley, boy, they had a nice stretch. They had ended the season great just to get into the playoffs and that real tough district there with Plano and Plano West and Plano East and Allen. A strikeout there for Maddie Wright of Cackley. That is her third strikeout of the game, I believe. No, the second one. Now to bring up Kaylee Christensen, as she got a base hit her last time up and a run scored. Christensen takes a strike there. Gonna be an eagle up in Denton from McKinney High School. Catcher utility. Off speed pitch. Outside corner for a strike. 1-2 count. Beautiful pitch there by Maddie Wright. And she smiles a little bit as she's off the rubber. She gets back on. And high. One's the count even at 2. Kaylee Christensen trying to start a rally here for Team Wiley. Nubs one to the second baseman, Trinity Cannon, to Boyd for the second out. And that will bring up Celine Donahoe. All she did do was hit a 2-run bomb to left field her last time up. Duncanville Wildcat, future UNT Eagle. Open stance. Fooled on the off-speed pitch for strike one. Great pitch there from Maddie Wright. As Maddie Wright seems to be catching a little bit of a groove here now. Great time for the off-speed pitch on strike one. Tries to get one by her. Fouled off of the plate for the second strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Here, top half of the third. Team Wiley 6, Plano West 2. All-speed pitch, 4-ball. Maddie a little upset with herself on that all-speed pitch in better location. As she comes back in the 1-2. Tried to frame at home plate, doesn't get the call. Evens the count at 2. On this hot, humid night here in Dallas. 2-2 pitches off the end of the bat. Center field for the third out. As we will go here to the bottom half of the third inning with Team Wiley 6, Plano West 2. And like I said, I know I mentioned Darren, thanking him very much earlier about having Friday Night Glory be part of this. And DFW Fastpitch is a group of fast pitch enthusiasts that have been a parent, coach, tournament director, national recreation director for years in the DFW market. Our purpose is to promote the game of fast pitch by raising and maintaining a high level of awareness by posting information about local fast pitch activities while including regional and national stories of interest to the DFW fast pitch community. Additionally, we intend to employ our expertise to aid the local fast pitch community in an effort to raise the level of the game in DFW. Part of that effort will include running the highest quality tournament events. Our website is dfwsoftball.com. Alrighty, it's been a fun event to cover. I mean, a little warm, but you know, it's fun to come out here and cover all this great talent here in the Metroplex. Boy, your Texas Tech Red Raiders are well represented in here tonight. UNT Eagles are well represented here tonight. Arkansas Monticello is well represented here tonight. You can go on and on. It seems like every Power 5 or big time college has got a signee from the Metroplex. As we got the leadoff batter, Mackenzie Denson up. She struck out the leadoff the game for Plano West. That's a recurring theme here. As Kinsley Cackley, of her 6 outs recorded, 5 of them via the strikeout, fouls it off the plate. As we said about Mackenzie Denson, she is going to be a Gopher, going up to Minnesota to play her college ball. Minnesota Gophers are going to get a great leadoff batter on base percentage. Ball is hit to third base. Riley Love across the diamond for the first out of the inning. Now bring up Emily Oakland. Mansfield Lake Ridge, she's going to be going to Tempe, Arizona. Going to be in Arizona State, as Lake Ridge had a very nice this year. And won. One delivery. Just outside. It's Team Wiley up 6-2 here. Bottom of the third. Hit 2. Riley across the diamond. Tessa with a big stretch. Doesn't hold on. Infield hit there for Emily. It's a great throw by Riley. And Tatum Boyd steps up to the plate. Pitcher from Plano West. Going out to Palo Alto this year. Stanford. Where should we take it? Tatum Boyd flied out to left field. What's going on? She flied out to left field her first time up. With Oakland on first. 1 out. Cackley with the pitch. Fouled off out of play to the right side again. Tatum trying to get those arms extended there. Just a little tardy on the fastball, which happens a lot against Cackley. 1-2 pitch. In the dirt. Stolen base attempt by Emily, and she gets in. Stolen base puts her at scoring position at second base. Ball 2 for Tatum Boyd. Tatum Boyd steps back in the plate. She's got the lime green batting gloves on tonight. The ball is hammered to right field. That ball is one hops the fence. It's going to get maybe one run in. It's going to be a play at home. Nope. And gets a screaming line drive off the right field fence there for Tatum Boyd. Brings in Emily Oakland for the third run in the game for Plano West. That was just a frozen rope that was hit out about 200 feet to right center. Right field, excuse me. Ball is outside. And that brings up the ever dangerous Trinity Cannon, second baseman from Forney. She had a screaming line drive up the middle her first time up. Scored on the Zoe White RBI. Trinity steps back in the plate. Very dangerous, powerful Trinity Cannon. As Brian had mentioned, DFW leader. Ball is near first base, and she's going to be safe. Dropped the ball there. Stolen base by Tatum Boyd. Puts her in scoring position for Trinity Cannon. As Trinity Cannon had 18 home runs this year to lead the Metroplex. Had a big 2-run home run in the semifinal game in state. Looked like that was going to be the go-ahead runs for Forney to put them in the state finals. But they only give that up back in the bottom half and eventually lose in 11. She still made all 5A state tourney team, only playing one game. And she will take her act to College Station in a little over a year. The Aggies definitely be getting a powerful stick in their lineup. And she's worked to count even here 2-2 against Cackley. This is gas against gas. And Cannon fighting it off there at the plate. As power is against power here. One of the best matchups you will see here in the Metroplex on the diamond between Cackley and Cannon. And she blows it by. Cackley wins this round. She's got her 6th strikeout of the game. And that brings up Hayden Brown. She's 0 for 1. She struck up her last time up. She wasn't very pleased with the call the last time she was up here. See what Hayden does this time. Takes a strike right at the knees for strike 1. As Hayden Brown won the home run hitting contest. She's the home run queen here today. 5 home runs and 7 swings. Fouled off to the right side. Finds herself in the hole 0-2. She's targeting on the swing there. There's what you see is what you get out of Cackley, and it's a lot of gas. The ball's hit to the right side, just foul. As Brown's starting to measure a little bit here on the heat. Be interesting to see if Cackley drops an off-speed pitch here. Hayden Brown, the LSU commit, Keller catcher. Hit 6 home runs this year. Had a big first inning double against Eaton in that And the ball's popped up to the pitcher for the third out of the inning. As Plano West does score a run here in the bottom half of the third. As is Wiley 6, Plano West 3. As we do like to cover the softball here in the area for Friday Night Glory. And if you would like the live stream video of your team's game, self-serve, student, or volunteer run, a full-service live streaming and recorded on-demand package available to suit any team, venue, and budget are available with full training and support through Friday Night Glory. Teams, media, and journalism programs, managers, parents, coaches, or event promoters can live stream and record on-demand content including full games, special events, player highlights, interviews, and more without the difficulties and limits in most streaming systems. Visit FridayNightGlory.com for more information or contact info@FridayNightGlory.com. Appreciate our sponsors being able to help us be able to bring some of these certain events to you guys here. As the calendar year has finally ended here in sports, it's unbelievable to think that, man, only about another 6 weeks away, they will be reporting for football here in the state of Texas. It seems like it just goes by so fast. And it seems like the softball season goes by really fast for me. Me covering basketball, it seems like once basketball is over, I get there about the beginning. You've already started district in softball, and boom, it is over in 5 weeks, and then the playoffs, the weekly death march there. As now we have Tatum Boyd on the mound for Plano West. And she'll be going up against Caroline Woodall. As Caroline Woodall had a great day today, as Gossett mentioned earlier. USA Today, first teamer from Keller. Takes a strike there. What a prestigious event for her. I should say award. As Jada Coleman and Hayden Brown also received that same honor. Going to be a strike called on Woodall. 1-2 count to Caroline. I think Gossett may have had the best stat ever about her never missing a game for Keller in her 4-year career. 2-time state champion, semifinals, regional finals, all-time leading senior class wins for Keller in this 4-year stretch. Historic, to say the least. Ball is hit back up the field. Trinity Cannon with the quick throw at first. Gets Caroline, the speedy Caroline. Caroline Woodall, she is 1 for 2 now. She runs out to the pitcher. Now bring up the top of the order. Be Michaela Kinney from Flower Mound Marcus, playing shortstop tonight. And she is 1 for 2. And she struck out her last time up. KK trying to start a rally, hits one off the bat, off the end of the bat to Trinity Cannon for the second out in the inning. Drown out second base, and that'll bring up Forney's Hannah Holbrook. Playing second base tonight here from the Forney Jackrabbits. Left-hander. Great eye at the plate. It's Hardy on the fastball from Tatum Boyd. 4 strike 1. Another one of those great players from the Jackrabbits team represented here tonight. DeRoche hits one, slaps one to left field, and it's caught by Emily Oakland for the third out. So 3 up, 3 down for Tatum Boyd. Brings it to the bottom half of the 4th inning, with Team Wiley up 6-3. You talk about 40 being represented. They have Trinity Cannon here, Savannah DeRoche, Vanessa Hollingsworth, who has been injured, got hurt in the, I believe it's the 2nd or 3rd round of the playoffs, a knee injury. Said she might be back the first week of July is her target date to be able to play the month of July on her select team. Got Hannah Holbuck here. Got 4 of the back rabbits here tonight. And Kaylee Cross would have been here tonight. She had orientation at McNeese State, so she couldn't be here. As Coach Idle, pretty tough to write out that lineup also this year. No, I'm not connected. Yeah. As those Jackrabbits played a 11-inning game in the semifinals there. Tough loss as they tried to defend their 5A state championship. Just coming up short. As that brings up number 5, Riley Love. Got to meet Riley's parents here tonight. Very nice people here. Junior infielder from Keller. She's going to Texas Tech, Red Raider. Should be going there at the bat, Riley Love. Should be going up there. I don't think you do. J.C. Hamlin, Riley Love, and Jennifer Kennedy Kreitz. All will be going to Lubbock. Yeah, Amanda Desario's there. She's on orientation this week in Lubbock, so she couldn't be here tonight. But yes, Amanda's already there, so Texas Tech coming into the Metroplex. Doing some damage here. Ball is hit high in the infield. That's right, you did talk to the softball coach from pitching coach. As Riley Love pops up to the shortstop for the first out of the inning. And now bring up another future Red Raider here in Kennedy Kreitz. Utility Player of the Year, Kennedy Kreitz. She's another Eaton.
She had a good game that night. We did that game. What game was that?
They played and she had a big home run against Keller, and that's in the finals. And it was a high fly ball to the shortstop for the second out. She just missed it. Now bring up Zoe White from Plano. Zoe White's going to Henderson State University. She got a 2 RBI base knock her last time up. Takes a strike there. As Cackley is still pitching for Team Wiley. As we were talking with Brian earlier, I said she had 497 strikeouts in one season. It's just unreal as a sophomore, nonetheless. And gas there. Puts her in the hole there, 1-2 now. You know, that's a career's worth of work for most pitchers. She did that in one season. She's going to walk away with a few strikeout records. She stays healthy and gets the strikeout there. That's her 7th strikeout of the game. That will end the inning. we will go to the top half of the 5th inning now, as Team Wiley holding on to their 6-3 lead here over Plano West. As the sun has finally kind of gone down here, it's cooled us off a little bit, but boy, it sure was a sticky son of a gun here for most of the night here. And we do like to share some of our sponsors here with you. If our high interest rates got you down, call Randy King at Farmers Insurance at 817-226-5464. Randy King has you covered for auto, home, life, and business, and proud supporter of high school athletics. Call Randy King at 817-226-5464. So we have a 6-3 lead here for Team Wiley over Plano West. And Tatum Boyd will come out here for the 5th inning. She had a 3-up, 3-down inning her last time up. What kind of car?
Chevrolet and a Viper ideal.
As Matty Wright will move over to first base now. And my buddy Brian Gossett comes back in to check in on me now. The other half of the Goss and the Chocolate Bear podcast that we try to deliver for you guys during the season. A lot of fun this year with the success of the Metroplex. It's a nice fun ride all the way to the bitter end of that Friday in Austin.
So what are we looking at here? Still same score?
Still 6-3, same score, 7 strikeouts for Cackley. And that will bring up, let's see.
Tessa Gallipo,
thank you. Tessa Gallipo, she is probably our player of the game so far. She's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Nice hack there, just fouled off to the left side. 4 strike 1. Yeah, Coach Gwen Barton may be losing a lot of talent this year, but she still has a lot of talent left over on that roster.
She does.
They're going to be very formidable again next year. And, I mean, we should just already automatically assume that year after year anyway. Ball is inside from Tatum. As we said before, Tatum Boyd is going to be going out to the Pac-12. Palo Alto, the beautiful city of Palo Alto. Hang out the cardinal trees out there in Palo Alto. Off-speed pitch, beautiful pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike, too. A lot of people seem to think that the cardinal is the cardinal the bird, but no, it's a tree only out in Palo Alto. That's why they call it the cardinal, not cardinals. One of my pet peeves for the Stanford people. Way high. Evens the count at 2. Tessa trying to get a rally here for Team Wiley. Has Lexi Benson on deck from Marcus. As the mom smiles again. As we're embarrassing Miss Benson. We did get to see her husband tonight here tonight. That was great to see. Hadn't seen him in a while. I was glad to know that he's still around. As Tessa's battling here off of Tatum Boyd. Not the Oklahoma State running back. And the 2-2 delivery. All speed is off the end of the bat, just foul down the right side.
Tatum Boyd, along with Carly Charles, DFW Fastpitch Co-Pitcher of the Year, first team All-Area, 9.68 MVP, sub 1 ERA with 244 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Batting average against Boyd, 154.
Wow. Not bad. And the one game that I actually cut to cover this year was the game against Prosper. I think she gave up 7 runs that game, 6 runs. That ball is belted up the middle for a base hitter. She is perfect. It's going to be a double for Tessa. Wow, she is red hot. She is 3 for 3 here.
Time for the
3 bullets.
Time for the warm-up song. Take my horse and the. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm saying. As number 8 steps into the plate here, the lefty from Flower Mound, Marcus, Lexi Benson. Mrs. Lumberjack. I don't know if they have Mrs. Lumberjacks, do they?
Is a lumberjack a female? First team All-Star, third team All-Area, first team Star Local Media, 8 home runs.
Open stance from Tatum Boyd. Ball is hit right up the middle for her second base hit of the game.
Second time she's driven a Gallipo, right?
Yep.
Oh, well, Gallipo was stopped at third. I think
stopped.
she could have scored.
She could have scored. I was thinking the same thing. But another double for Lexi. She is right on. Bullet right back through the box.
You'll have a courtesy runner.
I believe Lexi may be pitching maybe the bottom half of the 5th here for Team Wiley. As we now have runners at 2nd and 3rd. Ball is low to Michaela Wark. Michaela Wark is 0 for 2. She's reached on air in the 1st and grounded out to the shortstop her last time up.
Mickey Wark.
University of Houston commit.
Tied with Reagan Hoko for 2nd with 16 home runs in the Metroplex. And that just continues all the accolades and stats.
Yeah. Just a sophomore. Well, I guess going to be a junior, but yeah.
Almost hit 600. 57 ribbies, 42 runs, 24 and 8. Reedy going to the regional final for the first time.
I think Reedy's going to be very good next year, Brian. I think they're going to be really good next year. McInnes and Ward coming back.
I believe McInnes was an all-star.
Yeah, she's an all-star too. I think she was.
Just had to miss some time. I believe she's a Kansas commit.
Yes.
Trying to get that off speed.
Going to get the runner at 3rd. Tessa does score. The 7th run of the game for Team Wiley. An RBI for Kayla Ward. Fielder's choice. 3rd base. 1 RBI. And that brings up Kinsey Cackley, pitcher. She is 0 for 2, grounded out the shortstop and a strikeout. Takes a ball there. Another sophomore, soon to be a junior. I have a feeling we'll be seeing them another 2 years in this all-star game. And a strike there. I think we won't have to figure these out. Work on first, 1 out and a strike outside corner of the plate. Or strike 2. And the 1-2 pitch, the Cackley. It hit right back through the box for another base hit.
Trying to get her with the rise ball, and Cackley smoked it.
Tomahawk swing down.
The strikeout queen does not strike out.
No, she did not. They sit up the middle. And that brings up Kaylee Christensen. And she's 1 for 2. She grounded out 2nd last time up, but she got a base hit and a run score in this game. McKinney High School, UNT commit. She takes a ball there from Boyd.
Drove in 27 runs for the Lions there. See if she can drive in 1 here. to extend the lead.
Strike there. Good pitch there from Tatum.
Pretty good district when you have Boyd and Keckley.
Yeah, I was talking about how Boyd had to win out there at the end those last 3 weeks just to get into the playoffs, beating Plano and Plano East and beating, I believe it was Allen along the way there to get in, to get that 4th spot. And like you said, probably arguably one of the toughest districts in the state of Texas for sure. Ball was hammered foul to the right side. It's kind of one of those, you're just glad nobody's in the way of that without a glove. On this definitely humid, no-wind night here in the Metroplex tonight.
Gotta give a shout out to Darren coming up with this, and Warren Park. First time I've been out here, and it's a beautiful complex.
Very nice complex. Yeah, I did give Darren a shout out for everything he's done for softball here in the Metroplex over the years, and gets her on the strikeout. Beautiful pitch there. Gets Kaylee for the 2nd out in the inning. And that brings up Celine Donahoe from Duncanville.
Already a 2-run home run.
2-run home run. She flied out the center fielder last time up.
Finished 2nd here at the home run derby.
Another UNT commit.
Got herself a new glove for coming up 2nd.
Yep. With Caroline Woodall on deck, if she can reach and extend the inning. She just missed a home runner last time up too. I mean, that fairly deep to center field. Another one up the box. Big stroke there. Should bring in another run. It's going all the way to the plate. Cut it off. Stay. And as Wart scores the 8th run for Wiley.
I got the little Plano West versus Keller matchup.
Yep. And Caroline Woodall, I mean, we've already said everything that she has won today and throughout her career.
These 2 players actually met up in the playoffs freshman and sophomore years. Yep. In the 3rd round of 2016, and then regional final over there at Flower Mound in 2017. Boyd wasn't pitching, it was Sierra Lang, incredible career, Plano West, incredible season over at George Washington, I believe. Also plays for the Philippines national team.
Nice.
And so she graduated, Boyd stepped in, and really never missed a beat.
Didn't miss a beat, didn't they? Fouled off to the left-hand side.
And if I can remember correctly, she was Sierra's catcher.
Oh, okay.
I know she missed her, she had an injury during her junior year, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't look like she was ever injured.
Got a strike. And ends the inning on a strikeout. Caroline caught looking. But 2 more runs come in for Team Wiley. Because they increased their lead now here in the bottom half of the 5th to 8-3. And you can talk about, the year that Coach Dornheim had for Wiley. I mean, taking Wiley Pirates to the regional final, never been to the regional final before. No shame in losing in a regional final anywhere, obviously.
Yeah, and
then they lose to Klein Collins.
One of the toughest regions, Region 2, with, I know you had a 30-0 team. I think it was Oak Ridge, one ridge, I don't know which ridge it was. And then Klein Collins, who ended up beating Wiley in the regional final. Man, it was tough, but
yes, it was.
Plano West was in it, Waco Midway.
We said just getting out of those regions to get to state, sometimes you wonder how much, if you have anything left, when you get to the Austin now, because they're grinders. I mean, obviously they're pressure-packed grinding games.
And we thought Kind Collins was going to take it. They ruled their opponent in the semis, and then Katie was able to beat them. I think 7 or 8-2.
Right.
Katie winning down at the Houston area, second time in, I believe, 4 years.
4 years.
Katie James. Katie was pitcher's name. Playing on Katie. Katie James, a Houston Baptist commit. Man, she was. No one could hit her.
No man can hit her.
3 hits combined in the 2 semifinal games. I think she finished with 26 strikeouts.
Goodness.
Obvious MVP choice, and we're back here now.
Maddie Wright steps up to the plate.
And we got her against the Lady Jack.
Yes.
Lady Lumberjack.
The Lady Lumberjack.
Lexi Benson.
I have to give my friend here, Gossett, major props. He called Katie out about the 3rd round in the play on our podcast. You had mentioned Katie. He says, they've been here and done that, gotten here and already won a state championship, and you brought it to light then that they were going to be formidable, and well, lo and behold, they won it all.
Yeah, what a game with Keller in the semis, 1-0.
The ball is hit sharply to KK. A bullet lines out to KK at second base for the first out. That brings up Sammy Hood as she struck out her last time up.
Never got a chance to talk about Sammy. Hit .339, 4 home runs, 6 doubles, 16 RBIs, 18 runs for the Allen Eagles in district. That tough district we're talking about.
Absolutely. Ball's fouled out of play behind us to the right side.
If I'm not mistaken, only a freshman.
That's what I was going to say. She's going to be a sophomore coming up.
She's going to be a sophomore, yeah.
Yes, coming up this year. So I was just going to say that. I was like, she's a young pup. Pretty impressive. And like you said, in a district that there's no easy outs in that district.
Yeah.
She also will play some shortstop. Ball is chopped to the shortstop. Work across the diamond. Dug out by Tessa. Saves the error.
You got Lexi on the mound, but, she's not. Pitching's not her primary. Heads up.
Hello.
Pitching's not her primary position, but, steps in and does a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Actually won 8 games, 64 strikeouts.
Ball is bunted. Lexi with the turn. Finished, and she's saved. Beautiful play that Mackenzie Dennison showing her speed.
Mackenzie Denson, second team All-Area. 7-6A co-offensive player of the year. 561, 8 triples, 46 runs, 42 stolen bases.
Yeah, and she gets down there in a hurry.
She's going to steal right here. No, thought about it. Looks like it's
Emily Oakwin.
Emily Ogwin. I think it's Kaylee Christensen catching. See if Denson takes off here.
Sun Devil at the plate. Lake Ridge.
Yeah, I think I forgot to mention Arizona State for her.
Mm-hmm.
And one more over there on field 2 was Bailey Riggs. I think she's a Tarleton State commit.
Ball is high.
And there goes Denson. No chance.
No chance getting.
Yeah, that's what they call her, a.k.a. Wheels.
Yeah, I can see why.
Had her sister, Mariah Denson, excuse me, her older sister, heck of a pitcher.
Fouled off at the plate.
Played at Timberview. Had some different stints in college.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't really battle the injury bug, and so.
Gotcha.
But she was a Glory Atkins girl. Probably would have been a player, all-star if this was back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Man, swings through it. Lexi strikes her out here to end the inning.
Got my horse in the back in the town ball. No. Whatever it is. I'll get it one day, Lexi.
That ends the inning. We'll go here to the top half of the 6th inning as Team Wiley is up 8-3. 8-3, and Brian, I think I wanted to echo your comments earlier. You talked about that this was your favorite sport to cover, and I know for you, I think it's just from the parents, from the girls, and there's everybody's so appreciative, and so in the cooperation that we get and the access to these players is. For me, I know it's second to none. I don't get this from the football side so much, and I don't get it from the basketball side so much. But man, it's rewarding to come out here and, to cover these girls. And I mean, gosh, we're so blessed with so many talented girls in just the Metroplex to cover. I mean, makes it fun to go out there and see stud players.
Yeah, like I said, I just finished year 5, and when I first started the Star-Telegram, we had a couple beat writers for every sport, but my editor came up to me and said, "You're gonna be in charge of girls basketball and softball," and so that kind of just stuck with me. That following summer, I wasn't working a lot of hours, and so rather than staying home all day, I checked out some AAU games and select softball, and that's where kind of this thing started. This relationship with the softball parents, softball community, and it's just gone up ever since. And I gave praise to some of the other outlets because they're a part of it too. I mean,
yes.
Every year I've seen the increase in coverage for DFW softball and just love it.
Yep.
Because these girls work hard, extremely hard.
High for ball 2 to KK from Flower Mound Marcus. And I also want to thank, Dallas Morning News for their stats and their articles that help us for the podcast. I want to, obviously the Star-Telegram, DFW Varsity. I get so much of my information from those two avenues, going, during our podcast and then throughout the year. And
you have a subscription to
yes,
Star-Telegram?
I do. I have a mobile subscription. Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. Keeping us in business.
Yes, I do have a mobile subscription to
And here at bat,
it's KK.
KK Kenny.
And Marcus is represented here tonight. And we also got Sokolowski here.
Sokolowski's over there.
Yep.
And I believe
just going to be a sophomore next year.
Benson, Sokolowski, and Kenny. I think they all had 8 home runs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was calling them the Bronx Bombers of Flower Mound for a while there. Kenny batting in the leadoff spot.
And game 2 is over there.
Oh, it is?
Yep. Quick game. What inning are we in?
Just get in. We're in the 6th inning.
6th inning.
Mm-hmm. Top of the 6. 8-3 lead, and if it stays that way, we're gonna play full 2 more innings. If it stays that way. Unless you have a big rally here by Plano West. And Boyd to Kenny. Gets her on the off-speed pitch. Kenny goes down. Second strikeout of the game for her. That brings up Forney's own Hannah Holbrook.
Arkansas Monticello.
I call this one of the toughest outs in the Metroplex. Hannah has got such a great eye at the plate, and the stance it just condenses that strike zone where you really got to put it in there after she crunches over. A perfectly placed bunt again. You're not getting the speedy Holbrook. If that ball goes 3 feet out in front of that home plate, you're not getting her.
And you don't want to get her on because now you got Tessa Gallipo and Lexi Benson back to back.
Yep, 2 big, powerful lefties
see if
in the lineup.
See if Hannah steals here.
She took a couple pitches the last time to do it the last time. And she does here again, holds. As Tessa Gallipo is our MVP of this game right here. She's hit 3 bullets for 2 RBIs, 3 base knocks. Takes it outside. Ball 2. On this night of about a 2-mile-an-hour wind.
Not even that.
That gust about every 20 minutes. Get you up to 3 miles an hour. On this steamy night here on the All-Star game, but it still has not cooled us off from having fun here tonight. Nice off-speed pitch there from Boyd. Freezes Tess at the plate. The count is even at 2.
Like you said, Tessa just finished her sophomore year. She started last year as a freshman, first baseman. Over there for Keller, Christina Gwynn.
Ball is fouled off to the left side. We'll do it again.
Little shout out there. We got the car horn.
Maybe they're honking that they're glad the ball didn't hit their car. And we got a full count now here. Tessa's work back. Battle back from down 1-2 in the count. Yeah, that would probably be a shocker at night to have the ball hit your car as you're driving 45 miles an hour, and all of a sudden you hear boom. Ball is hit to the shortstop.
Another hard hit.
Yep. Gonna be a fielder's choice for her. Hannah Holbuck is thrown out at second. That brings up Lexi Benson. She's 2 for 3. Back-to-back doubles here for the smoking red hot number 8. Batting from the left side. Takes the off-speed pitch to the outside corner for a strike. The lumber.
There you go again.
Yeah. Ball's hit, popped up to the left side. Gonna be caught by the left fielder for the 3rd out in the inning.
And I just noticed Candy Kreitz catching.
Yes.
Another spot. Plays first, second, pretty much anywhere except pitcher.
You know, when I went out to watch them this past Saturday, I look out in left field and J.C. Hamlin's out there. I was like,
Yeah.
wait a minute, aren't you supposed to be behind the plate? No, Kennedy was behind the plate.
No.
I said, you guys are killing me. Just when I finally understand where you play and your position.
JC's in center, Kennedy's at catcher, Maddie's at first.
I'm like, I can't keep up with this.
I think Jaden Middlebrook was the only one
Yes.
at third. Here comes Tatum Boyd.
Tatum Boyd steps up to the plate. She is
Little switcheroo here with that last inning. Boyd pitching to Benson. Now Benson will be pitching to Boyd.
She is 1 for 3.
Got the District 6-6A utility MVP going up against the 9-6A MVP.
Yeah.
That's some pretty good. That's a pretty good battle.
It's a good battle. Yes, it is. As the pitching mates going up against each other here.
Feels like the wind has bumped up to 5.
I felt that a little bit. And the ball's grounded to third base. KK able to corral it across the diamond for the 1st out. That brings up Miss Cannon.
Oh boy.
As she lost the battle to Cackley the last time. They battled back power on power, fouled off a few pitches, and Cackley got her for the strikeout. She's 1 for 2 this game. One score, and boy, there's.
He doesn't even take a pitch. She did that in the semis, in the state semis. She didn't take a pitch.
Boy, let me
Was
tell you.
able to hit a 2-run home run and put Forney up against Angleton. I actually got real lucky
With the tweet, I saw
with the tweet. I had just started the video. Another shot. Trying for the double play. Got it!
Got it! Hayden Brown grounds into a double play. She's had a tough night.
Little 4-6-3 double play. Started, I believe, by Kinsley Keckley.
Yep.
Wow.
Man, that ends the inning.
So after 6.
Yeah, we're after 6. We're here at the top half of the 7th now.
And the score?
It is 8-3. Team Wiley over Plano West.
Kenny Kreitz coming back out. Is this still Tatum Boyd? Yep.
Tatum's still pitching.
You got Tatum Boyd pitching. Kenny Kreitz from Eaton catching. You got Riley Love from Keller at third. Trini Cannon at second. Maddie Wright at first. And really can't see the shortstop from here.
We got McCullough Warlick from Reedy. Going to lead off here to 7 for Team Wiley.
Little Mickey Wark.
She is 0 for 3 tonight. And she's trying to get her first hit of the
First
game.
time I've seen Michaela in person.
Yeah, it's first time.
A little taller than I thought.
Yeah. Only reason I knew she was taller than that because I saw her, against Forney game. But I didn't know she was. From her picture, she seems smaller.
She must get it from Mom. A little shot there to Dad. He's on the short side. Hi, Mr. Wark.
Hi, Mr. Wark. And we are glad that...
we're glad Mickey's fine, and we're glad surgery went well for Maya.
Surgery went well. Obviously, yes. Yes, we are about that. It's about another 6-month road for her in recovery, but... For her to gut it out and play with a torn ACL the rest of the year, that's amazing in itself. I can't imagine being able to play at a high level with a torn ACL. She did say, thank God she didn't tear her meniscus, when she ran the first
playing on a torn ACL, man. I would stay home if I had a broken fingernail. Some tough kids out here.
Yes. And basically she played shortstop where you don't have lateral movement because your ACL is torn. So, how do you do that? I don't know how you do that.
Just, adrenaline.
Yeah. That's nothing but guts and determination.
You got to do it for the team.
Yep. Thank God she wasn't hurt anymore. That's the good thing. And McCullough hammers one.
I was hoping it's going to hit the light.
Left, about 200 feet from home plate.
Thinking this is the 7th or 8th pitch of the bat, Tatum Boyd.
Yes.
Against Mickey Rourke.
Talking about somebody's got some thumber in her bat. She's definitely got some too. What you said, 16 home runs for the year?
Both made the Star Local Media softball area team. Shout out to them.
Yes.
Matt Welsh. And
that's your friend.
Justin Thomas.
And then Welsh.
Brian Murphy.
Yep.
Oh, that one is high. And that is gone. Michaela Wark on the 9th or 10th pitch of the at-bat takes one deep off of Tatum Boyd. And she had an
0 for 9 going into that. So nice to see her do that. And
she had
be able to come out in a big setting like this and do something like that also. Because, I know the softball world was so concerned about her.
She had I don't know when it was, might have been last weekend or the weekend before, but had a great showing, I believe at Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say they had.
It was the week before.
I want to say they had 9 games. They ended up winning the whole thing.
Yep.
And her team, Texas Glory, I think it's Nodine, but hit 17 home runs for the tournament. I think Michaela had 9.
Just unreal. A ball to
I
Cackley.
think
Cackley's 1 for 3.
I think Michaela hasn't missed a beat.
No, I mean, and that was the other thing I was, concerned. You go through something like that, you lose some of your aggressiveness, your passing. She wasn't passive at all, was she? She just got right back in the box and said, "Let's do it." This is Cackley, Kinsley. She's 1 for 3. Ground out the short, struck out, and got a base hit her last time up. Left side.
Talking
Checking that ball inside.
to her dad before the game, and she also hits. Plays for Vision, I believe. And
Didn't you say she had a big tournament, a bunch of
strikeouts.
Yeah.
Duh. Strikeout queen. Up the
Queen
middle
of-
again,
Queen of
and
windmill.
Trinity
Trinity's
Cannon.
trying to get it and beats it out. Infield hit.
Nice
there for
play by
Kinsley.
Cannon, a nice pick by Maddie right there from first.
Absolutely.
But
Actually showing speed down the line there a little bit.
Dad was saying she hit for McKinney Boyd. I believe she hit 400 or better. Now we got up. I
So
think
you're
this is
saying
Kaylee Christensen.
So Kaylee Christensen, she's 1 for 3. She got a hit her first time up, ground out the second, and struck out. So you're basically saying Cackley has it all.
And only 2 years to go.
So she's kind
See
of
if she
like
has some
Jay
speed here.
Roche, that great on the mound and great in the and great in the hole.
I want to see if she has some speed here. Let me see if Candy Kreitz can throw her out. I don't think she's going to run, though.
Ball is nubbed to the right side, just foul.
Just want to give a shout out again to our coaches here.
Yes.
Right now we got, looks like,
Mike Ledsum.
Plano West at bat. Mike Ledsum, head coach, 20 years there at Plano West.
Yeah.
Another district title, undefeated. Kreitz,
Stolen
trying to find
base,
the ball.
Cackley.
Another district title, undefeated, playoff berth. And then, like we've mentioned multiple times, Wiley on defense, just incredible season.
And then on the other side, you had Flower Mound.
I actually got that mixed up. Wiley's up at bat.
Yep, you also got, obviously we've mentioned already Christina.
Yeah, Flower Mound, third straight district title. I believe 6 and 7 years. Mark Libera.
Mm-hmm.
He's been there 13 years, 14 as head coach. 13 years, 12 as head coach. That was a tough by-district matchups there.
And Celine grounds out to third base.
Oh, off the bat.
Ouch. Cackley gets hit in the back with the throw from first from Maddie Wright. Hope she's going to be all right. Ball was foul. Ouch.
We're going to have a pinch runner.
Yeah, we're going to definitely have an extra runner come in, especially in an all-star environment.
I think Celine.
Selena made the last out.
Celine's going to run.
And that'll bring up
Caroline Woodall. Talk about walk-up songs. Any guesses?
Caroline Woodall. Sweet Caroline.
There you go. And you know, every time they do that part, Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba.
They've done it. That song's come up a lot.
Yeah. It has 156 games worth.
That song has come
And
up
she's
a
never
lot.
missed a game. 156 games worth, my friend.
Oh. Sweet.
Like I mentioned, going to Indiana, play alongside older sis Cameron, who's actually at Indiana right now.
Bloomington, Indiana.
Both Woodalls, two-time state champs. Caroline was actually 6A state title MVP 2017. Caroline again today, all USA Today softball team came out. First teamer, 20 ribbies, 40 runs, 14 stolen bases. Well deserved.
And strikes out there. Good pitch there by Boyd. against Caroline. She doesn't strike out twice in a game often. But it is an all-star game.
It's an all-star game.
It is an all-star game, so I do get it.
Here we go.
I'd like to give a shout-out, though, for obviously Jada Coleman for reasons, not because she's not here tonight. She's a pretty good reason why she's not here tonight. Representing our country in France. I mean, what can you say about Jada?
You've brought that up 3 times tonight.
Yep, I have.
Just because you're jealous she's in Europe or France. Maybe Kim is listening. Kim, you listening? You got to get Kenny to send you to France.
I mean, what a wonderful, to have somebody from the Metroplex be representing on that, very small roster, obviously, nationwide. I mean, it's pretty good, and she's batting lead off and, doing her thing.
She's the youngest kid.
I
think she's playing with 2 or 3 players from national champion UCLA. And she did this, I don't think she made it that far last year, but she did tryouts, I think.
Yeah.
So, back-to-back years, just a good experience.
Excellent experience. Not only that, it's just that obviously the higher the level goes up, she still keeps performing, and that's what you call the true great players. That's what generally happens. So we like to shout out to Dina and Cedric, daughters representing obviously the colony, your family, and the United States. Strike there. To Riley Love. She hits the right field. Gonna be caught.
Give another shout out here for some of the other kids that were named All-Stars, but
yeah, I'm glad you did do that. That's
couldn't come with prior engagements. Like you mentioned, Jada Coleman, Kaylee Cross, who's actually at a church camp.
Grounds out.
Rylan Wiggins from Wiley, A&M commit. One of our favorites, Morgan Medford over Geyer, Tarleton State. Amanda Desario, who's at orientation at Tech. I called her name, Reagan Hokill, but I don't think she's
not here.
I think she was at the UTA camp. Incredible season for Reagan.
Zoe White steps up to the plate here with 2 outs now here in the bottom half of the 7th.
Macy Allen. Another A&M commit.
Yes. From Independence.
Dylan Kurdurka, all-time wins leader at Keller.
And we should mention that we're glad that she decided to go on and play at the next level.
Grayson College. Her older sister played for those coaches, so there's a connection there.
We really thought that was going to be the last time she was going to be on the mound.
Yeah.
Now we get 4 more years of it. I know Rodney's got to be extremely pleased about that.
Also got Abby Bittner and Tony McInnes.
Yeah.
Alexa Langoliers. Ashlyn Walker.
Yeah, Ashlyn Walker from Eaton. And ball's high and instant.
And that's it.
Strikeout.
Looks like she picks up the, 2-inning save.
Yeah, it's 3-inning save actually. Came in 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Yeah. Real quick here, Callie Irwin, Maddie Boyd, Julie Kennedy, Lexi Pope, Lily Ukuna.
Oh, Lexi Pope, from Centennial.
Kinsley Zire.
Yes.
Alyssa Rosado.
Kinsley Zire from Eaton.
Caro Dubron. And Gabby Coffey, who's Brazil.
I was going to say, we talked with her dad today. She's in Brazil for 6 weeks.
That must be nice, too.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Kim,
oh God,
Brazil and France. Chocolate Bear wants to take you to Chocolate Bear wants to take you to Brazil and France.
Said the high today was 65 there. I'm like, oh gosh, yeah.
Kenny, it's been a pleasure. Another season wrapped up.
Another season of softball wrapped up. I know it didn't end the way we wanted it to end, but man, was still you can't.
Got to give a shout out to Anna, being the only DFW team going to the state title game, and Hannah Howe Lindsay Gage, the head coach.
Yes.
Great season. She's off to Ridge Point now.
Yes.
That's been a pleasure, Kenny.
Hey, great, appreciate it, man. The Goss and the Chocolate Bear for the final time here for this 2019 softball season. We appreciate you listening to us here on Friday Night Glory. And I hope you enjoyed the telecast here tonight as we got to bring you these great players here in this All-Star and the DFW Metroplex All-Star. We want to thank Darren and thank everybody else that was involved here. And our producer and extraordinary, Randy Edwards, will be out. Listen to us soon. We'll be back here with some more softball action, interviews here in the summer as we do some local tournaments. I'm Kenny Matthews.